Honda has a goal of releasing electric vehicles with solid-state batteries.
Honda's new generation of eHEV powertrain sets to change the perception and positions itself as an exciting, sporty proposition with numbers to back it up.
Honda made an interesting announcement that is making everyone in the EV industry pay attention. During the announcement, the CEO of the Japanese auto manufacturing giant said they'll be releasing their new eHEV engine system. While this might just seem like another product launch, the CEO's words were what got everyone talking. He said that this new engine is bound to shake the entire EV industry. How possible is this? And what changes should we expect? Join us as we reveal what you need to know about Honda's new engine that will shake the entire EV industry. Honda's new engine. Honda has just introduced something that could seriously change the way people look at hybrid engines. Its brand new eHEV system. It's not a small tweak or a slight improvement. It's a full overhaul of the tech behind their two-motor hybrid setup, which has been around for a while. This next-gen system is coming with reworked engines, updated drive units, and a fresh platform to tie it all together. Honda's clearly not sitting around waiting for full EVs to take over. Instead, they're doubling down on hybrids right now, and they're doing it in a way that feels entirely new.
It has both a petrol engine and an electric motor. The electric motor propels the car forward, and petrol engine only is used for generating energy to the batteries.
At the heart of this new eHEV system are two upgraded engines, a 1.5-liter and a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle, both with direct injection. They've been built to deliver higher efficiency and stronger performance without losing the smooth feel drivers expect. But that's not all. The 1.5-liter version, for example, can now operate at peak efficiency across a much wider range of RPMs. Honda says it's over 40% better in that regard compared to the current version. The engines are designed to keep fuel use low while still giving you the kind of pull you want when you need it. That means solid acceleration for things like getting onto the highway, but without burning more fuel than necessary. Honda is particularly focused on the three driving modes in this system. First, there's EV drive mode, where the car runs purely on electric power from the battery. In hybrid drive mode, the engine functions as a generator to charge the battery, while the electric motor powers the wheels. And finally, there's engine drive mode, which is unique to Honda's eHEV. It actually links the engine directly to the wheels for better efficiency during steady cruising, like when you're driving on the highway. Honda's tweaked these modes to be even more responsive and smooth. And now, they've made them smarter, so the car switches between them more efficiently based on how you're driving. But it's not just about the engine itself. Honda also redesigned the front drive unit, making it smaller and more efficient. They worked out a way to use this same part for both the smaller and larger engine systems, which should help keep costs down in the long run. That's a big deal, because lowering production costs means they can bring this tech into more cars without jacking up the price. Honda's also introduced an integrated cooling system to keep everything running at the right temperature, which adds to the overall performance and reliability of the system. They've also added something called the Honda S Plus Shift. It's basically a feature that fine-tunes how the engine sounds and responds when you accelerate or decelerate.
What that does is it gives you easier access to the horsepower. So if I floor it now, I get the horsepower much faster simply because I'm accessing that power much faster.
The idea is to make the car feel more connected to what the driver wants, especially during quick gear changes or when pushing the car a bit harder. It's not just for sportiness. It also helps the system stay efficient, even when you're driving a little more aggressively. And for the first time, Honda's using an electric all-wheel drive system with this setup. Instead of relying on mechanical components like traditional AWD systems, the electric AWD setup lets the car control how much power goes to each wheel much faster and more precisely. This feature makes the car more stable and responsive whether you're turning on dry roads or dealing with wet, uneven surfaces.
Provided the other three wheels are completely in the air, and I dare you to try this.
It's a smart move, especially as more hybrid and electric vehicles start to include AWD as a standard option. All of its equipment sits on Honda's new mid-size platform, which they've completely redesigned. It's lighter, around 90 kilograms lighter than before, and it's built using a modular design. That means Honda can use the same base parts across multiple vehicles, which speeds up production and keeps things consistent. They've also worked in a new body structure that improves how the car handles during sharp turns and high-speed driving by managing how the body flexes under pressure. Basically, it's built to feel solid without being too heavy. Now, if you look at what American manufacturers are doing in the same space, Ford stands out with its power split hybrid system used in vehicles like the Escape hybrid. Ford's system also uses a combination of electric motors and an internal combustion engine, but it leans more on traditional CVT-style behavior and doesn't offer a direct engine-to-wheel connection, like Honda's engine drive mode. The design in Honda's e:EV feels more mechanically thoughtful, with a bigger focus on making each mode perform well on its own instead of blending everything into a single feel. While Ford has done a good job making hybrids that are easy to drive and fuel-efficient, Honda seems to be aiming for more precise control and a sharper response in different driving conditions. It's not just a smart piece of engineering, it's a challenge to the entire EV playbook, and it's already shaking up the industry. Keep watching to find out how the new engine will shake the industry. Honda's new engine isn't just an upgrade, it's a major shift in how hybrid vehicles are built and what they can do. The way they've reworked their e:HV system shows they're not just keeping up, they're trying to take the lead. With a smarter dual-motor setup, new cooling systems, better fuel efficiency, and a platform that's lighter and faster to produce, Honda is showing that hybrids still have a lot of room to grow, and maybe even enough to shake up the fully electric crowd too. This new system lands at a time when the big push in the auto industry is towards full EVs. Companies like BYD and Tesla are focused almost entirely on battery-powered vehicles. But Honda's move says something different. Instead of going all in on EVs right away, they're doubling down on hybrids that can compete with EVs in performance, range, and price, all while avoiding the charging network problems that still bother a lot of drivers. This approach doesn't just stand out, it forces other car makers to pause and rethink their strategies. Take American companies like Ford or GM. They've put a lot of resources into pushing full electric models. Think of the Mustang Mach-E or the Chevy Blazer EV. But if Honda's system proves it can offer EV-like performance with fewer headaches for drivers, Ford and GM might find themselves under pressure to refine their own hybrid tech or risk losing a large group of buyers who aren't ready to give up gas completely but still want better efficiency and smarter performance. Ford's power split system is solid, but it doesn't have Honda's clever drive modes or the direct engine-to-wheel link that gives the e:HEV a unique edge. Now, looking at China, this is where things get really interesting. Chinese automakers like BYD and Geely are aggressive in pushing both EVs and plug-in hybrids. However, Honda's new platform and engine design could potentially disrupt their plans. Chinese hybrids have gotten popular because they offer a cheap step between gas and full electric. But if Honda can match or beat that level of performance and price, especially with a more refined driving experience, then Chinese brands will need to step it up fast. Honda's build quality and long-term reliability also carry weight in global markets where trust in new Chinese brands still needs to grow. From a business angle, this is a huge moment for Honda. They've been behind some of the loudest players in the EV race, and their stock hasn't exactly been the talk of Wall Street. But that might change. If this new engine system sells well and early signs suggest it could, then Honda might see a financial boost, not just from sales, but from renewed interest from investors and partnerships. Automakers and suppliers who don't want to bet everything on full EVs may now look to Honda as a safer, smarter option in a changing market. This also changes how Honda is seen in the global car market. For a while, it felt like they were getting left behind while everyone else was chasing EVs. But now, they're carving out a new lane. Instead of following, they're offering a different kind of answer to the future of driving, one that balances performance, fuel savings, cost, and practicality. It's not flashy or extreme, but it's smart, and more importantly, it's ready now. What really shakes the industry is that Honda's solution doesn't ask drivers to change everything about how they use their cars. You don't have to worry about charging every night. You don't have to plan long trips around charging stops, and you still get a fun, quick, and efficient ride. That kind of simplicity could change buyer habits, especially in markets where EV infrastructure just isn't there yet. Its simplicity is also what makes it perfect for the future, as you'll see next. Why this new engine is one for the future. Honda's new engine system isn't just about keeping up with the EV trend. It's about offering a smarter way forward, especially for drivers in places like the US, where people still prefer gas over EVs. Yet several people are in favor of going electric, but they're not quite ready to deal with charging stations, range anxiety, or high prices. Honda's latest eHEV setup feels like a solid middle ground. You still get great fuel savings, better performance, and some electric-only driving, but you also get the reliability and convenience of a gas engine when you need it. One of the biggest reasons this engine is made for the future is how it balances power and efficiency. The upgraded 1.5 and 2.0-liter Atkinson engines are built to give you more muscle when you need it, but they also know how to keep fuel use low when you're just cruising. That's something people in the US really look for. Cars that can handle both city traffic and long highway drives without guzzling gas. And with the smarter driving modes, EV, hybrid, and engine drive, it switches power sources depending on how and where you're driving. That means less stress for the driver and better performance overall. Another big reason this engine stands out is Honda's move to electric all-wheel drive. Instead of using clunky mechanical systems like most AWD setups, this one uses electric motors to send power exactly where it's needed. So when the road gets wet or rough, the car reacts faster and handles better. For drivers in states with tough winters or unpredictable weather, that's a big plus. And because it's electric, it works better with the rest of the hybrid system, giving you better grip without wasting extra energy. The way Honda built this new system also shows they're thinking long-term. They designed it to work across multiple vehicles using the same platform. That's going to help them build cars faster and at a lower cost. More importantly, it means more people can afford to buy them. In a market where car prices continue to rise, this type of cost control holds significant importance. And because the parts are built to last and work together smoothly, drivers won't be dealing with as many repairs or maintenance surprises down the road. Honda's new engine might not be the flashiest thing on the market, but it's smart, practical, and built for how people actually use their cars. Honda reveals plans for their hydrogen-powered cars. Back in 2015, Honda became a trending topic for car lovers after revealing the Clarity fuel cell at the Tokyo Motor Show. This car was not like regular electric or gasoline-powered vehicles. It used hydrogen to create energy, offering a driving range that amazed many. By 2016, the Clarity FCV made history as the first hydrogen-powered sedan available for purchase in Japan. It was proof of Honda's commitment to innovation. The Clarity was special because it wasn't just a regular car with a hydrogen engine. Honda designed it from scratch to run on hydrogen. It had advanced features like wave flow technology, making it more efficient and powerful.
Things we loved? Well, the fuel efficiency for one. Over our 25,000 miles, we averaged nearly 88 miles per gallon.
But even with all this, the Clarity faced huge problems, which would end up leading to it being discontinued. But Honda won't be stopped by this setback as they recently announced that their plans on a new hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV is finally underway. But what were the issues faced by the Clarity FCV, and has Honda overcome these issues with their CR-V SUV? Stay tuned to find out. The Clarity released by Honda, although built from scratch to run on hydrogen, had its benefits and major issues. It was designed to be a clean energy car that didn't rely on gasoline or traditional electric batteries. One of its key benefits was its ability to carry 5 people comfortably, which was an advantage over other hydrogen-powered cars at the time. This made it practical for families and groups, setting it apart from smaller and less spacious hydrogen vehicles. Honda added special features to the Clarity, making it stand out. It had smaller, more efficient fuel cells that provided more power while taking up less space. This innovative design made the Clarity one of the most advanced hydrogen cars of its time. The car could drive up to 360 miles on a full tank of hydrogen.
Honda Clarity, an advanced technology vehicle that can run on pure electric and an efficient hybrid system, also known as a plug-in hybrid.
This driving range was impressive and even better than some electric cars available then. It proved that hydrogen-powered cars could compete in terms of performance and convenience, but despite its benefits, the Clarity faced significant problems that led to its discontinuation. The main issue was the lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Unlike electric cars, which can be charged at home or at many charging stations, hydrogen cars need special stations to fill up. These stations were not widely available, especially in many countries. Without enough refueling stations, it was hard for Clarity owners to use their cars for daily travel. Many potential buyers were hesitant to buy the car because they didn't want to worry about where to refuel. Another challenge was the growing popularity of electric cars. As electric vehicle technology improved and charging stations became more common, buyers were drawn to them instead. Electric cars were easier to own and use, which made them more appealing. In contrast, hydrogen cars like the Clarity were seen as complicated and inconvenient. There was also a lack of demand for hydrogen-powered vehicles in general. Many people didn't understand the benefits of hydrogen technology, and governments weren't offering enough support or incentives to encourage its use. Electric cars received more attention and support, leaving hydrogen cars in the shadows. In 2021, Honda decided to stop making the Clarity. Along with it, they also discontinued the battery and plugged in hybrid versions of the car. While the Clarity was an impressive achievement, the world wasn't ready for hydrogen cars to succeed. The Clarity proved that hydrogen technology had great potential. It showed that hydrogen-powered cars could be efficient, spacious, and environmentally friendly, but the lack of infrastructure, competition from electric vehicles, and low demand ultimately led to it being discontinued. Honda hasn't given up on hydrogen, though. They are now working on a hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV, showing their belief in the future of this technology. But will this new CR-V SUV take the world by storm? Let's find out. Honda hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV. Honda has announced its plans to release a new hydrogen-powered version of its popular CR-V SUV this year. This decision comes after years of learning from their previous hydrogen car, the Honda Clarity, which was discontinued in 2021 due to major issues like a lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Since 2021, things have changed for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, also known as FCVs. There are now more hydrogen refueling stations, and governments are encouraging people to use cleaner vehicles. This has made owning and using a hydrogen car much easier. Honda sees this progress as an opportunity to bring hydrogen technology back with a stronger plan. The new CR-V hydrogen SUV is built using advanced technology developed with General Motors. It has 2 hydrogen tanks located at the back of the car. These tanks store the hydrogen fuel needed to power the vehicle. The car also has a smart power unit placed under the seats. This system helps manage the energy efficiently. Under the hood, the CR-V has a fuel cell system. This system uses hydrogen to create electricity through a chemical reaction. This means the car doesn't need a traditional battery to store power like electric vehicles. Instead, it makes electricity as you drive. Another key feature of the CR-V is its ability to store a large amount of energy. This helps the car travel long distances without needing frequent refueling. When it's time to refuel, the process is quick and simple. It only takes a few minutes to fill up the hydrogen tanks, which is much faster than charging an electric vehicle. The CR-V has a power export function, which is a unique feature that allows the car to provide electricity to homes or devices. It should be noted that Honda's work in hydrogen technology is not new. It started in 1999 with the launch of the Honda FCX, one of the first fuel cell vehicles. At that time, hydrogen cars were rare, and refueling stations were hard to find. Despite these challenges, Honda continued improving its technology.
Engines that Honda built perhaps better than anyone else are losing favor.
Is Honda walking away from one of their most appealing traits?
The Honda Clarity was a step forward in 2016, but it struggled due to some limitations. Learning from these experiences, Honda is determined to make the hydrogen-powered CR-V a success. The company has invested in building more hydrogen stations and is working closely with governments to support clean energy vehicles. They believe that hydrogen cars, along with electric and hybrid vehicles, are essential for reducing emissions and creating a more sustainable future. Remember we mentioned the CR-V hydrogen SUV is set to launch this year? Well, it's starting with North America and Japan. It will first be sold in regions with good access to hydrogen refueling stations, such as California, and select areas in Japan. Honda plans to make the cars available to more areas as more stations are built. The automotive world is excited about this new vehicle because it combines the reliability of the CR-V with the benefits of hydrogen technology. The car is expected to offer the same comfort and practicality that the CR-V is known for, along with the advantages of fast refueling and long driving range. Honda's vision goes beyond just making cars. They aim to lead the way in sustainable transportation by developing vehicles that reduce harmful emissions. While electric vehicles are a big part of this plan, Honda believes that hydrogen-powered cars also have a place in the future. With the new CR-V hydrogen SUV, Honda is showing that they are serious about innovation and environmental stewardship. The car represents a major step forward in fuel cell technology and gives us a peek into what the future of transportation could look like. How beneficial will this Honda CR-V SUV be? Keep watching because what comes next will interest you. Benefits and potential setbacks of Honda CR SUV. The Honda CR-V hydrogen-powered SUV brings many benefits to the world of clean transportation. One of the most exciting advantages is its use of hydrogen fuel cells, which produce zero harmful emissions. Instead of releasing carbon dioxide like gasoline cars, the hydrogen CR-V only emits water vapor. This makes it a great choice for people who want to help reduce air pollution and fight climate change. Another benefit of the CR-V hydrogen SUV is its quick refueling time. Unlike electric cars, which can take hours to charge, the CR-V can be refueled in just a few minutes at a hydrogen station. This is very convenient for busy people who don't want to wait long to get back on the road.
Hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. It's the first hydrogen fuel cell vehicle for the mass market consumer audience.
It also makes the car suitable for long trips, as drivers won't need to spend much time refueling. The CR-V is also designed to offer a long driving range. Its hydrogen tanks can store a large amount of energy, allowing the car to travel farther on a single fill-up compared to many electric cars. This helps reduce range anxiety, a common worry for drivers of eco-friendly vehicles. The CR-V provides the comfort of knowing you can go farther without stopping for fuel. In addition to being clean and practical, the CR-V hydrogen SUV is versatile. The unique power export feature that the Honda CR-V SUV has is quite beneficial because it means that the car can act as a backup power source for homes or other devices. In emergencies, this feature could be extremely useful, providing electricity when other sources are not available. The car also maintains the reliability and spacious design of the CR-V, a model that has been trusted by many drivers for years. Even with these benefits, the CR-V hydrogen SUV may face some setbacks. One major issue is the limited number of hydrogen refueling stations. While the number of stations is growing, they are still not as widely available as gas stations or electric charging points. In some areas, it could be difficult to find a station nearby, which might discourage people from buying the car. Another challenge is the cost of hydrogen technology. Building hydrogen cars and refueling stations is expensive, which could make the CR-V more costly than other vehicles.
The all-new Honda CR-V eHEV full hybrid variant will also feature Honda Connect and an upgraded Honda Sensing.
Even though prices are expected to go down as the technology improves, some people might still find the initial cost too high. Competition is also a major challenge. Electric cars have become very popular in recent years, and many people are already used to charging their cars at home. The convenience of electric vehicles might make it hard for hydrogen cars like the CR-V to win over customers. The hydrogen SUV may also face issues with public awareness. Many people are not familiar with hydrogen technology and might feel unsure about how it works. Educating the public and building trust in this new type of car will take time and effort. Government policies and incentives could also play a role. While some governments support hydrogen vehicles with tax breaks and funding for refueling stations, others focus more on electric vehicles. Without strong government backing, the CR-V could face difficulties reaching a large audience. Also, hydrogen production itself can be a challenge. Although hydrogen is a clean fuel, the process of producing it is not always environmentally friendly. If hydrogen is made using fossil fuels, it could reduce the overall environmental benefits of the CR-V. Efforts to produce green hydrogen, using renewable energy sources like wind and solar, are necessary to fully realize the car's potential. The Honda CR-V hydrogen SUV has many advantages, including its clean energy, quick refueling, long range, and innovative features. But it also faces challenges like limited infrastructure, high costs, strong competition, and the need for public education and green hydrogen production. How these issues are addressed will play a big role in the future success of this promising vehicle. Ammonia-powered cars face technical challenges that have impeded their progress. One significant obstacle is the combustion characteristics of ammonia. Ammonia has a different combustion profile compared to conventional fuels, requiring modifications to engine designs and fuel systems. It has a lower energy density compared to gasoline or diesel, which means larger volumes of ammonia would be needed to achieve similar performance levels. This poses challenges in terms of packaging and range limitations, as the larger fuel storage tanks would occupy more space and add weight to the vehicle. Additionally, the conversion of existing internal combustion engines to run on ammonia is not a straightforward process. Engine modifications are needed to accommodate the specific requirements of ammonia combustion, such as changes to fuel injectors, combustion chambers, and exhaust systems. These modifications would require significant research and development, as well as testing to ensure the performance, efficiency, and durability of the converted engines. Another factor that has hindered the development of ammonia-powered cars is the availability of alternative technologies. Over the years, other clean energy options, such as electric vehicles, EVs, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, have gained prominence and received significant investments. These technologies have been further developed and have seen improvements in terms of infrastructure, battery technology, and overall performance. As a result, the focus and resources have been primarily directed toward these alternatives, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited attention and investment. Moreover, the production of ammonia itself poses environmental challenges. Currently, the majority of ammonia production relies on fossil fuel-based processes, such as steam methane reforming. This leads to greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to climate change. To fully realize the environmental benefits of ammonia-powered cars, it would be necessary to transition to more sustainable and carbon-neutral methods of ammonia production, such as electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources. However, the development and scaling up of these sustainable production methods are still in progress, adding to the complexity of adopting ammonia as a mainstream fuel. Lastly, the regulatory landscape has also played a role in the slow progress of ammonia-powered cars. Governments and regulatory bodies have primarily focused on promoting electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles as part of their clean transportation strategies. As a result, the regulatory frameworks and incentives have been more favorable towards these technologies, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited policy support and incentives. But the dream of an ammonia-powered engine taking over the automobile landscape is very possible. Why? Why is ammonia worth the effort? Ammonia engines have a standout feature that sets them apart: high energy density. This means that a significant amount of energy can be stored within a given volume of ammonia. This characteristic is crucial for efficient energy storage and transportation, making ammonia engines particularly well-suited for sectors like transportation and power generation, where effective energy storage and utilization are of utmost importance. One of the compelling advantages of ammonia engines is their reliance on widely available resources. Ammonia can be produced from various elements, such as hydrogen and nitrogen, which are abundant constituents in the Earth's atmosphere. This accessibility underscores the viability of ammonia engines as a sustainable energy solution. By utilizing readily available resources, we not only have the potential to reduce carbon emissions, but also to develop more resilient and flexible energy solutions. What's interesting to note is that ammonia has played pivotal roles in various industrial settings throughout history. For instance, its use in refrigeration during the 19th century revolutionized food preservation and storage. During World War I, ammonia became a vital component in the production of explosives. In the mid-20th century, ammonia drove the growth of the chemical industry, enabling the manufacturing of synthetic fibers and plastics. In the field of agriculture, ammonia-based fertilizers sparked a global revolution in food production. Moreover, ammonia continues to be indispensable in industries such as cleaning products and pharmaceuticals. Toyota's CEO, Koji Sato, envisions a groundbreaking future for ammonia in car engines, with a focus on low CO2 emissions. This vision of ammonia-powered engines opens up possibilities that could potentially revolutionize the automotive industry, and may even challenge the dominance of electric vehicles, EVs. Why is China doubling down on ammonia-powered cars? And how is that connected to growing interest in low CO2 emission engines across the world? And that's precisely what the future needs. What do you think about this new engine from Honda? Kindly share your answers, thoughts, and opinions in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel to enjoy more videos like this. Also, click the next video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.